me, but it was too much to ask for. You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
They'll run with Etienne. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide from Nixon. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Here's Stroud. And his throw is incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. There he goes, left side. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
46 yards on this play.
Stroud looking to throw.
First down.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. Stroud to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial, make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 18. South.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Titans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Roll. 60 Bobcat. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
To throw, here's Ward. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
49.
Levis to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
19 tight. Ready.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mustang 19. Check, smash. Check, smash. Street, tap, check.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
60 average. Bronco 80.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Smash. Reno. 70-step. Ready.
Here's Etienne. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are back within a score. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And very little daylight there. We'll get a couple up to the 44. You talk about this Titan defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 of the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And Stroud now to throw. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Oh, 18. That's it.
Now Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
The 22-yard line.
Let's go. 18.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
C.J. Stroud sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Look the hot. Look the hot. Red. White Tony. Hey, south. Hey, south, what you got?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Texans 21, Titans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your focus and start to put together some drives.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Titans at 0-9 now on the year, and it has really been a slog.
And it's been such a struggle for them because they found no consistency anywhere. Special teams has let them down. Offense, defense, the coaching, you name it. It's been a really difficult season for them. And people are looking for that lightning bolt to strike where they can put it all together and win a game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
22 window, 22 window.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Matt Ariza now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A game there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
18,
Here's Stroud. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't fumbled. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
3rd and 5.
Where's the hot? Where's the hot?
Stroud.
That's complete right around the 8. That is going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Stroud now on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they won. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, mayday, mayday, mayday. Mike zero, Mike zero.
Levis back to throw.
And his pass incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Why, Tony?
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud.
That's complete. It's Jalen Nola.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with him. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
19 yards. First down, Texans.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. Stroud now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now a 2nd and 10.
All right. 18. That's it.
Stroud sets up the play action. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd and long.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
18. That's it. 19 Texans. 11.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Under pressure, they got him again. Baron Browning. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
These restless eyes of mine will sit to my heart and sugar. In a jumbled life of glitter, treated concrete mind will juk up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll pop through north till the boys get bored. Endless stairs in a sinking door, I search for things I don't need no more. Baby, I'm typically, every day come cool and shady. I'm airing you cause I'm an anxious state, no worries daily. But if I link my keys, it goes away, then honey lane. I can't find your darling, baby, JJ.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball. All the way up to the 40-yard line.
Ready? 19 Lions.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Texans first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's got room at the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Check smash, check smash. Ready?
Then start on the ground, ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
39-yard line.
Cowboy 80. He's crashing. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check smash, check smash. 79 Bronco, Warrior 70.
To throw is Ward. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Here's Ward. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Unlock Lion, unlock Lion.
ETN up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Ready?
Now Ward, 3rd and goal. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once again, their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure. That's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Ready, ready?
Going for it, here's Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man. It's Collins complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and a yard.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a shoot. And the ball is knocked out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And the Texans first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
9 yards. First down, Texans.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
From 8 yards out. And the Texans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't pump my basic.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
Throwing now, Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw, here's Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On now is the Titans punter, standing just outside his own goal line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy sharing. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Mixing up the middle. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw to Collins. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. The 20. And just shutting him off there. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
49, Titans 14.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD. Understand, I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter. Up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. He's going to let it fly. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throw right side taken in by Collins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
They'll look to throw. Man, he hits him in stride. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road, how about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they jumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division